Time is passing and you're still the same. The same indecision, the same addiction to comfort, the same silent vices draining your vitality before the sun even sets. You believe becoming a man is about age, a natural progression of the calendar. You were lied to. There are 40-year-old males still acting like boys, hooked on cheap dopamine, begging for validation, running from real effort. And there are 20-year-olds who already command their own destiny. The difference isn't years, it's biology. It's how you train your nervous system to handle pain and pleasure. Neuroscience is clear. A boy's brain is enslaved to immediate reward. A man's brain is governed by the prefrontal cortex, the command center of discipline, restraint, and long-term vision. Your biology doesn't care about your dreams. It cares about homeostasis, about comfort. If you don't intervene, you will stay a boy forever, trapped inside a body that keeps aging. I'm going to give you 7 habits that end psychological childhood and forge biological maturity. This isn't motivation, this is neural architecture. Habit 1. The cheap dopamine fast. The common mistake, thinking you need more motivation. The truth? You're overstimulated. Your brain is flooded with artificial dopamine spikes. Social media, pornography, junk food, endless notifications, digital validation. A boy wants pleasure before effort. A man understands that pleasure is the byproduct of conquest. The science is simple. Saturated dopamine receptors make you numb. Nothing feels exciting because everything is instantly available. A man protects his brain chemistry. He chooses boredom over distraction. The rule is clear. Earn your leisure. No infinite scrolling before 2 hours of deep work. If you don't control what enters your eyes, you don't control your mind. Habit 2. Voluntary discomfort. A boy seeks safety, a man seeks tempering. Modern neuroscience calls this hormesis, small, controlled doses of stress that make the organism stronger. Cold showers, hard training when your body wants the bed, silence when your mouth wants to complain. This isn't masochism, it's training your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, the brain region that grows when you do what you don't feel like doing. People with this area well-developed live longer, make better decisions, and don't crumble under pressure. Comfort is a seductive lie. Discomfort is the birthplace of your new identity. Habit 3. Silence and execution. A boy announces his plans to feel the premature pleasure of praise. He wants the world to know he's about to start. A man builds in silence. When you talk about your goals, your brain releases early satisfaction. That kills your hunger. The energy meant for execution gets burned in conversation. Kill the desire to be noticed before you've earned relevance. Work quietly. Let the results make the noise. External validation is short-term fuel. Internal authority is permanent. Habit 4. Master your circadian rhythm. A boy sacrifices sleep to feel productive or to scroll under blue light at 2 a.m. A man understands his biology is his greatest strategic asset. Neuroscience research is clear. Without morning sunlight exposure and true darkness at night, your cortisol and melatonin rhythms get disrupted, focus declines, testosterone drops. Decision-making becomes impulsive. Golden rule: your first win of the day isn't in the gym, it's in the light. 10 minutes of direct morning sunlight before caffeine. Synchronize your biological clock or spend your life compensating for a brain that never fully wakes up. Habit 5. Micro wins and testosterone. The mistake is waiting for the big win to feel victorious. A boy waits for the trophy. A man understands feedback loops. Every small task completed, making your bed, finishing the report, pushing through the last rep, releases dopamine that signals competence. Repeated signals of competence reinforce confidence and identity. Wins create momentum. Disorder creates defeat. It's not about the task, it's about the signal you send yourself. I am the kind of man who does what he says. Confidence doesn't come from affirmations, it comes from evidence. Habit 6. Subordinate your impulses. The mistake: believing you should act according to how you feel. Oh, I don't feel motivated. I'm not in the mood. That's the language of a child. A boy is ruled by emotion. If he feels tired, he quits. If he feels bored, he escapes. A man reverses the hierarchy. Action comes first, feelings follow. Maturity is the space between stimulus and response. The stimulus says, "Quit, this is hard." The man answers, "I have a code." If you only act when you feel like it, you are a passenger in your own biology. Predictable, weak. The man who governs his impulses cannot be bribed by cheap pleasure or stopped by discomfort. Habit 7. Radical responsibility. The final nail in the coffin of boyhood. Stop blaming. A boy blames his parents, the economy, the algorithm, bad luck. When you blame the outside world, you hand it control over your life. A man takes radical responsibility. even for what wasn't directly his fault. If your boat is sinking, it doesn't matter who drilled the hole. It's your boat. The water is rising. Ownership is power. Neuroplasticity proves you can change any pattern, but only if you accept that you are the engineer of your own mind. Victimhood is the greatest contraceptive of success. You made it to the end. Many will hear this. Few will listen. Most will close this tab and return to the anesthetizing comfort of mediocrity. They prefer the safety of remaining boys forever. But not you. You feel time pressing on your back. You know the man you're meant to become is knocking, demanding that the boy step aside. Transformation doesn't happen when you watch. It happens when you choose hard over easy. Discipline over chaos. If you're ready to carry the burden of greatness, prove it to yourself now. Comment below, "The boy died today." Then act like the man your future demands. Time is running, and it does not wait.